Hey guys, this week's Wisdom Wednesday is gonna be in the car on the way to work because my life is insane! Okay, so just to fill you guys in, I just kind of wanted to spend this Wisdom Wednesday, I really can't say it, telling you about how God's been working in my family's life because it has been insane. 2 weeks ago, my family has been looking for houses in Springdale, Arkansas, because that's where me and my fiance are going to move to because he goes to U of A. And it's really only an hour and a half away, but they just want to be closer, and they feel God pulling them to Arkansas. And so we all decided to take a move to Arkansas, but we were not sure when. We were thinking more October. But no, God said June. And that's insane because we're moving in June and my wedding is in July, and it's just going to be insane. This summer is going to be crazy. Anyway, so we go to, they were house hunting for a while. But they went to this specific house in a suburb, perfect, 6 minutes away from our apartment. It has a saltwater pool, has 3 bedrooms upstairs and a master bedroom downstairs. And the older couple who lived there they weren't going through a realtor. They just wanted to meet people, and they wanted to, give their house to someone deserving. So my family was actually my mom and dad weren't even going to that suburb to look at that specific house. They were going to a specific, they just were going to another house that had an open house. But they passed by this one and they were like, wait, there's an open house today. And my dad, being the social butterfly that he came in and he knocked on their door because they weren't going to make it to the open house. But they went ahead and met the people, and they really liked them, and they were asking a good price for the house. And so they kind of just slipped their names in there and said, we're interested, but we can't come to the open house. Well, they went and picked up my sister from volleyball practice, her personal trainer thing or whatever, and they said, okay, well, let's stop by that house again. Right when another lady was about to get the house, she made them an offer, and at the asking price, and they were going to take it. My dad walks in, and the older guy, who's now his bestie, came and said, you know what, we're going to have to take a couple of days to make a decision to the lady. So if they hadn't walked in, they would have probably lost the house. But anyway, literally the next day, the guy calls them and says, we want you to buy the house. The lady who is up against you is asking for the asking price, or is going to pay the asking price. So we'll take whatever you give us. You'll have to do the asking price plus $1, I guess. And so my parents agreed to that. They were like, okay, but if we have to get a loan from the bank before we do that. We haven't even sold our other house yet. So we were really praying because we were like, this house feels like home. This house feels like this is where God's calling them, and it would be really cool. But we need a loan from the bank. The next day, the bank gave them the loan, and I guess I didn't know this, but in their situation, they even could do a bridge loan, which is paying off the mortgage of, it's 2 mortgages, but not really, because it's bridging the gap between moving and selling your old house and moving and paying for the new house. And so God really just worked in our finances on that one. We called the people back up and said, we got the loan. They said, okay, cool, come down and we'll sign the contracts and stuff. And that was the first time I got to see it. And I don't know, it was just so awesome because, Seth and I were looking around and we were like, okay, this is pretty neat. We were kind of apprehensive about it being so close to us, but I think it'll be nice to have my family around. And they won't be around all the time because our apartment's teeny tiny. We'll probably be at their house a lot. They have a pool, guys. They have a pool. Anyway, so after that, we came home and we called a realtor friend. We've been talking about putting our house on the market. We were waiting until we could find a good house in Springdale, and it just kind of worked out. But now we're getting the house ready, and they're coming this morning. That's why Music Monday didn't happen this week. we were gutting out that house. Like, my childhood house from the time I was 2 to now. And with all my little art projects and my sister's art projects and awards and volleyball things, and it's just crazy because it's a lot of memories and some things we had to get rid of because it's like, what are we going to do with that anymore? And like, the house that my parents are buying is smaller, but it's laid out really well. They have a good attic like area, so we're going to keep a lot of stuff in there, but it's just going to be, it's just a lot. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about just kind of, this is what a harvest looks like. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, God does not say that the harvest is gonna be even easy. It's just gonna be amazing because it's just a whirlwind of life. I mean, it's just like, I feel alive. I feel awake. And as tired as I am, I mean, I'm going to my first job right now. I work till 6 at my second job. I'm gonna come home. We're probably going to have to do more cleaning, but the realtor comes at 4, so, I mean, that's kind of in this whole couple of weeks, but, that's why this video is going to have to be a little longer, just because it has just been insane, but God still works in the insane. That's kind of what He's been showing me, and He shows me that we've been praying for this specifically, this whole change since we were 13. Like, we thought we were going to move when I was 13, but that didn't happen. But now I kind of see why it didn't happen, because He was waiting on the perfect timing, and we just had to trust Him that His timing is perfect, and that He knows what He's doing. And now, I mean, like, I've had moments where I just started to cry, because I'm like, we've asked for this, and I can't even imagine it going any other way now, because God, His time is perfect. He knows what He's doing. He is good, and He is righteous, and He is perfect, and we are just little kids asking our daddy for, you know, a new toy, but we don't know when we're ready for that toy and when we're ready for that change. When I was 13, I don't know if I could have handled that change. This is a lot of change, guys. I mean, I've lived here in this area my whole life. Of course, I've, you know, always felt called to a different area, but this has been where I grew up, and this hometown has been really good to me. But at 13, I thought I was ready to say goodbye to it, but when I said goodbye to it last semester, I realized how much I missed it, and how good it was to me, and how I really did. I resented it the whole time, but the irony is, when I was gone from it, I missed it. So at 13, I don't know if I could have handled that. I would have had anxiety attacks. But now I have I've rooted my hometown feeling in God, and I have trusted Him that He knows what He's doing, and that wherever He calls me, I'm going to thrive. It's not going to be easy. I mean, we're going to be 2 young college students, and I'm going to have probably 2 jobs, and I'm going to be doing music stuff, and Seth is going to have 2 jobs and do school stuff. It's just going to be difficult, but it's going to be the same feeling. It's going to be that whirlwind of, this is what I asked for, and this is amazing, and I trust God that He will give me the strength to get through whatever is going to happen. And I even enjoy it, because sitting around and doing nothing has deadened me inside. It has made me less dependent on God, and more thinking that the world just isn't that hard and I don't need God. Of course, not consciously, but subconsciously, I wasn't thriving because I wasn't rooted in the Word. Now, if I don't get up and read my devotional every morning, I notice, like, if I don't do my devotional that morning, or I don't listen to worship music at all that day, I feel depressed. I feel the anxiety creeping up. I feel waves of just emotions of feeling like, oh my gosh, I cannot handle all this change all at once. I'm alone. I can't do this. And God has to come in and say, you're not alone. I'm right here. You don't need to freak out. It's okay, because you'll always have me. You'll always have me. So yeah, I'm sorry this is a pretty long video, but I really needed to tell you what's been going on. And this is probably a 2-parter, because I have another message that I really wanted to share with y'all, but it's just too crazy right now, and I really think it's going to impact some lives, so I wanted to give it some more thought and do a little layout for it so that I can be pretty organized in my thoughts and it not end up being 10 minutes long. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for this Music Monday coming up. Send me your requests if you want, and stay tuned for new stuff.